Good morning, students. Today some other important terms of macroeconomics I am discussing with you people, like producer goods. Producer goods are those goods which are used in the process of production, whether they are of high value or low value. Like raw material which is repeatedly used, that is also producer good. On the other side, the plant and machinery, that is fixed asset of the producer, that is also come into the category of producer goods. On the other side, some goods are capital goods. Now capital goods is a narrower term as compared to the producer goods, as it includes only those goods which are of high value, which are repeatedly used in the process of production, on which depreciation is charged by the businessman, and these are of high value. Now all the producer goods are not capital goods, but all capital goods are producer goods. Sometimes such type of question is asked by the examiner. So you can say that producer good is a wider term, as it includes all the goods and services which are used in the process of production. But the capital goods are only those goods which are used in the process of production for a long period of time, on which depreciation is charged, which are of high value. So that's why capital goods are the producer goods, but producer goods are not the capital goods. Next concept is depreciation and capital loss. Now what is depreciation? Depreciation means fall in the value of fixed assets due to normal wear and tear. That is called depreciation. On the other side, capital goods are unforeseen losses, like due to earthquake there is a fall in the value of fixed assets, there is a damage in the fixed assets, that is called capital loss. Due to recession, fall in the value of your stock, that is also called capital loss. It is not called depreciation. Depreciation is due to normal wear and tear, but capital loss is not due to normal wear and tear, rather it is due to some other unforeseen losses, like due to earthquake, like due to flood, that due to any other reason, that is called capital loss. But depreciation is due to normal routine business, when there is fall in the value of goods and fixed assets, that is called depreciation. Now the term is here, who is the normal resident of a country? In context of the estimation of national income, it is a very important concept. Who is the normal resident of a country? For this, you just have to learn that a person who resides in a country for 1 or more than 1 year, and whose center of economic interest also lie in that very country, like his production, his consumption, his income generation, all that is in that very country, then it is called the normal resident of that very country. Irrespective whether he is Indian, Japanese, etc. It is based on the only concept who reside in a country for 1 year or more, and whose center of economic interest in that very country, that is called the normal resident of that very country. And it is not concerned with the citizenship. Don't intermingle these two things. These two things are separate issues. So normal resident, the two conditions: reside in a country for more than 1 year, and his center of economic interest is also lie in that very country, that is called the normal resident of a country. Now term is factor income and transfer income. These are the two type of incomes. As we discussed in the circular flow model, factor income is that income which is earned income. You are like, I am teaching you people, and in return I am getting the salary, that is called factor income. On the other side, transfer income is that income in which you are giving your services, but in return you are not getting anything, like the old age pension given by the government, the scholarship given by the government to a student. These are the transfer incomes. The earned income is the factor income, and unearned income is the transfer income. So you are clear with the things, what are the difference between these two items, what is factor income, what is transfer income. And in the estimation of national income, we consider only the factor income, in which real flow and money flow both exist. But we never consider the transfer income, because in it only flow exists, either the real flow or money flow. So you have to take care about these two things. What is factor income, what is transfer income, and you have to learn that factor income is included in the estimation of national income, but the transfer income is never included in the estimation of national income. You are aware about final goods, intermediate goods, stock, flow, all these things you have discussed, depreciation, capital loss. Now the concept is investment. It is of so many types: investment, fixed investment, inventory investment, gross investment, net investment. Now what is investment? Investment means an expenditure incurred by the producer on the purchase of such goods which are helpful to earn him further income. It is also called capital formation. It is also called capital formation. If any institution invests its money in fixed assets, then it is called fixed investment. Like a businessman purchase plant and machinery worth rupees 10 lakh, that is the fixed investment. On the other side, if the businessman invests money in stock, he is purchasing stock, that is called inventory investment. And both are very much important in the growth and development of a country. If for the time being you feel that there is no any fixed investment, it means it will hurt the production capacity of the country. It also affects the level of income, output and employment in the economy. So without fixed investment you can't do production. For such a large population, to fulfill the need of these people, we have to incur the fixed investment so that we can raise the production capacity of the economy and we can fulfill the increasing demand of the various goods and services. Inventory investment is equally important. Sometimes there is a shortage of raw material, sometimes there is hike in the prices of raw material. If the businessman invested in inventory investment, then he can cope up with the situation. Otherwise, he will not be able to fulfill his needs and he has to face the difficulties or he has to interrupt his production process. So these are the investments. Now one is gross investment and one is net investment. Gross investment means that investment out of which no depreciation has been deducted. It is inclusive of depreciation, that is called gross investment. But when we deduct the depreciation from the gross investment, it comes into the net investment. That is the one concept, that is the depreciation. If we deduct the depreciation from the gross investment, we will get the value of net investment. In the estimation, in the numerical part of the national income, we need this: what is gross, what is net. To find out the net concept, we have to deduct the depreciation. On the contrary, if net investment is given to you, if you want to convert it into the gross investment, you have to add the depreciation. So it is a major issue which we have to take care of in the estimation of national income. One is the domestic income and one is the national income. What is the difference between the two? One difference is there. Domestic production refers to that production which is produced within the domestic territory of a country, irrespective whether it is done by the Indian person or any foreigner. That is called domestic production. Suppose we are doing production within the territory, it is called domestic production. But when we want to calculate the national production, we have to do some adjustment. What? The factor income which is earned by the foreigners in India, that is factor income to abroad, to be deducted. And in the same way, some normal resident of India working in abroad, we add the income of those persons, that is called factor income from abroad. Then we convert the domestic income into the national income. So what to do? The only transaction, suppose foreigners earn rupees 10,000 from India and Indian earn 20,000 rupees from abroad. Then what is the net shell? That is the net factor income from abroad, that is 20,000 minus 10,000. That is the net factor income from abroad, 10,000. It can be positive and it can be negative. If factor income to abroad is more than the from abroad, it is the negative value because the outflow is more. On the other side, if the factor income from abroad is more than the factor income to abroad, then it is a positive item and we have to add it into the domestic income, then we convert the domestic income into the national income. So what is the formula? Domestic income plus net factor income from abroad, that convert into the national income. From abroad, as it outflow the money, as it inflow the money, that's why to be added. And factor income to abroad is the outflow of currency, that is called factor income to abroad. So in this way, to convert the domestic income into the national income, we have to do this adjustment. Is it okay? Now, what is a video? Okay, thank you.